There we go. We're here, Jonesy, on his birthday.
Here we are, mate. Here we are.
We're really prepped for this episode.
This is going to be the worst episode ever. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much, because fucking, you got Leighton coming doing his next, and I've got McDonald's coming as well. So you have two interruptions within the next 20 minutes.
We did a similar thing for when Wigan played Wimbledon, didn't we? So
Yeah.
we're just going with a similar vibe, I think. But yeah, no, it's same again. We had an interesting podcast last time in terms of transfers. I think that's definitely escalated from our side. Has it escalated from your side at all? Or
We've done fuck all.
Oh,
We've
well.
still done fuck. Actually, there's a weird one. We are linked with the Egyptian national third choice keeper.
Oh no, I remember this. It was like a
Mahmoud
million. Yeah.
No, well, it's either Egyptian money or English money. If it's English money, it doesn't sound like a great deal, but if it's Egyptian money, then it's like 100 grand rather than 2 million, what's been quoted.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, it could be a decent deal. Apart from that, that's literally it. Adam Long's being sold to Doncaster, but he's like 22 and not made it, so makes sense. That was it, literally.
Doncaster got money to be doing that.
No, I think it'll be like 20 quid and a bag of chips, to be fair. It won't be much. It really won't be much to sign him.
Tell you what, they had a terrible season last season, Doncaster.
Mm-hmm.
That was a... I mean, sorry, I'm going to go straight to it. So I know I keep talking about Scunthorpe, but I read an article the other day about the fact that they're building a new stadium. What the fuck is going on with that club? I don't get it. You've just been slapped all season, and the first thing, rather than rebuilding the squad, they thought, let's build a new stadium instead. Yeah. The stadium does look incredible, to be fair. It does look mint, to be fair, but why would the first thing you think of when you get relegated be the stadium?
No, I don't know. I have no idea what's happening with them, actually. I don't know if they've changed owners or nothing. No idea.
That is I tried reading into it. I think there is definitely an ownership problem, but I still don't fully understand it.
It's like in the running theme of this podcast. I think the last ever episode we do this, we'll find out what's happening at Scunthorpe.
I'm going to have to. It's just such a dilemma. But yeah, these obviously, we've looked at, like, I think Derby have made 10 signings this summer already since.
Well, I said that on an episode. I said to back Derby because they'll do what we did. They'll just sign.
They've signed some really good players. I mean, David McGoldrick.
Yeah, James Collins as well in this recently.
James Collins, and of course Conor Hourihan.
Mendes Lang on the wing.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Mendes Lang,
Yeah, that team in League One. God, you've got to favour them to. The thing is, though, I think people say that on paper, but I think they'll struggle at first and better themselves and then do it.
Well, I thought we did. That's exactly what I thought we'd do. And we did struggle a little bit at the start of the season, but then just picked up and we fucking smashed it. Ipswich, pathetic. I feel like we'd go around in circles on this one as well, but they had like the best squad I've ever seen in League One last season. They fucking fucked it right up.
I seriously don't understand that. I really don't understand that. Who was their manager though last season?
Paul Cook.
Oh God.
God. I know. And then he got sacked. He's been. I don't even know what he's doing. He's at Chesterfield, but I'm not sure if he's been kept on there.
You'd only imagine so. He did. Yeah, of course he is. He's actually, because he got to playoffs, didn't he? Mm-hmm. And he beat Solihull Moors, didn't he? And then.
No, Solihull Moors beat him.
Did they?
Yeah, because they played in the final, didn't they? Talking of which, the big news of the fucking week, Kyle Luflin's gone to Huddersfield.
Actually, that's a massive transfer. I wonder how much I've actually bid for him, though.
Physically a massive transfer.
Yeah, physically, not financially.
Honestly, it mustn't be much. When I seen him play live, like I told you that time, he was fucking awful. He was dreadful.
He's still a young player, though.
But on FM,
I think you've got to give him that.
Fucking unbelievable on FM.
I don't understand I'm wondering where they're planning on going with that, though, really. But I think, obviously, Huddersfield, to be fair, after the campaign that they had, they've obviously got the right model, No. So if they've got an idea for him, fair play to him.
Yeah. He's in the B team, though. They've done that same thing as Brentford and a few other teams now. They don't have an under-23s, they have a B team where it's like just chuck anybody in.
Yeah.
So he's been loaned out as well, actually, to Wimbledon. That'd be interesting, won't it?
He?
Yeah, League 2 Wimbledon. I think that'd be... The way they play football, that could be the perfect move for him, actually, because they'll just dick it up. I feel like we should watch Wimbledon home and away next season. Just watch them swat forward to fucking Kyle Hourihan.
That's yeah, because they're just long ball all the time, aren't they? Like they're switching no short passage of play, they're just smashing it forward all the time. Yeah. So it'd be interesting. But even then, I didn't think he was that good in the air.
No, not great. He was. Like Will. He's fucking lanky, but can't hit a fucking ball.
I know. But I don't think he's any good in the air. Having said that, you go on loan to develop those skills, so maybe that's where it happens. But
when he played against Wigan, he was awful. He didn't do anything. He barely we had like a 6'1" defender marking him, and he just boxed him out of the game. Like he was just too strong for him.
Speaking of playing for Wigan, I saw Trialist scored the other day. Who was Trialist?
Yeah, Rodwell Grant. He used to play for Preston. I spoke to him as well after the game. I asked him if he's because I went to it because obviously it was a hide. I'm not going to miss a game around the corner. I asked him and a few of the other trialists if they're staying on, and he was just like, "Oh, just see how it goes, So it's pretty chill, but I think he's going to join.
They can't say anything though, can they? Like, because if that leaks and you take it, and it's just like the club will just get.
Well, another one.
I never really understand it. It's like if you want to sign a player, then surely, but they've probably not stated their intentions to him yet. They're probably just trialing him out.
The other one, and a Wigan fan told me who it was. I didn't really know much about him, but I was listening because I'll try and guess who he is as well. And I could hear on the sidelines, it was like, Abdi. So I was like, someone called Abdi, I have no idea who. I tried Googling, couldn't find him, and a Wigan fan said, it'd be Abdi Sharif, and he used to play for Liverpool's academy. And apparently Gerrard tipped him for the top, like he would be the best player from the academy before he got injured. So that'd be good, because that's our fucking forte. Like we just go Liverpool, United, City, just rob all our academy players, because if they don't get kept on, they slip through the net. I think Gellard, he started at probably Liverpool's academy. We just end up with Alfie Devine as well. All of them end up being fucking mint for us, and then sadly we had to let them go that time, but it always seems to be they slip through the net there, come to us, and we develop them a bit more.
I think it'd be quite hard for Wigan in that respect, but I think, let's say they do a season, say they finish 9th, for example, the appeal to play for Wigan to set them to the next step in terms of a playoff push would be insane, and I think the drive then to sign for that club would be really big. I'm not saying it isn't now, that would be a disgrace because Wigan are a big club, but
I'll get that on a note. Wigan are a big club, and I just have it on loop. I just have it on a loop for 5 hours. Wigan are a big club. Wigan are a big club. Wigan are a big club.
No, but you think.
Just me smacking out in my bedroom. Say it again, Jonesy.
just on repeat. Fuck me. That's the worst voice note I've ever going to hear in my life. It's just going to repeat in my head.
Well, I thought this episode as well, just for Joey. I was just going to make it. There was the fucking music. Because he was slagging the music off. I said the music's the best part of the fucking podcast.
Or the music on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's too loud. Have you noticed how loud it is?
Yeah, it cuts you off.
Fuck it up.
Well, the thing is,
I feel like I'm forever altering the fucking volume button all the time.
I said to them, I never listened to it back. Because I listened to the first few seconds, hear my voice, and I'm like, it makes me cringe. Though.
No, it's bad, but I don't mind listening to it back because it kind of remind myself of the conversation. Because what's funny about doing these podcasts is because you chat so much shit. You don't actually know what you're saying. So when you come back to it, it's like a completely new podcast to me because I just don't remember what I said. It's actually like I've recorded a podcast, got fucked, completely forgot about it, and then come back to remember it the night after. And I just don't. I don't listen to it straight away, but like a couple of weeks after, be like, oh yeah, shit.
No,
I've
listened to a few minutes of each one, but I've never noticed that. So I've never noticed it where they said the music plays over the top, and you never come out loud.
No, my phone's not with it though. I don't think, but like I've been trying to figure that out. So hopefully, soon that'll be sorted.
It's different today. If you can't tell where we're recording, I'm sat on Jonesy's sofa like an hour before his 30th party at his house.
Aye, it's going to be bad news.
The phone's just lent on my knee, just recording. I tell you what, you don't have to be a scout or have any tactical acumen to know that if you went out the day before and you were feeling it and then you're trying to do it again today, this is not a good idea, but it's a fucking great idea, so let's do it. I think what we're going to do is pause it and then I'll do more. I'll just record people later. I'll ask him a question about football and then just record him.
That sounds awful.
I'm going to edit quite a bit.
Yeah, please don't do that. That's such a bad idea.
Well, this can be part 1, and then part 2 can be...
Yeah, but you don't...
That's how you're fucking good at football. It's just people chatting shit.
I don't need it. It's just... Do you know, I'm just going to walk away from whoever starts talking. I can't be asked for it. Saying that's why people don't listen to this podcast, because you can't be asked for it.
Oh, man.
It just like... But it just... Oh, no. It's the worst thing in the world, that, when someone's just chewing your ear off about like stuff like that. Oh my God.
Get ready for it later.
Do you know what it is as well? I don't know if people agree with this, but it's usually the people that know fuck all that usually do it as well. It's never like an expert, is it? It's never like a head of scouting department.
Oh, no. I'm going to name and shame though. It'd be so good because later, now we've had this chat, later on if I record someone, we're just chatting shit in my ear, like, this is exactly what Jonesy was on about before. And nobody else knows that we've recorded this. So they'll chat shit to us, unbeknowing that we already had a chat about people chatting shit about football.
He's just worrying me. Like, you want to see my face. My face is just not good. My face is like Phil Jones looking at a ball right now. Like, it's not good.
Personally, I think it'd be a fantastic idea.
It's a terrible idea. Why the fuck would you? Oh God, no. It's going to be so awful. Everybody's going to be bladdered as well. So
yeah, that's the best bit. That is exactly the best bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm already wishing that I'd brought more beer. Is that my Uber Eats?
Absolute sweatbox behaviour.
Got my order.
I mean,
fantastic news.
It's all right news. I don't benefit from this, but there we go.
Well, Shelby doesn't listen to this, so hopefully I'll get away with it anyway. I'm supposed to have had a salad, but
you blame her.
About it. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. I don't blame her one bit. I feel like quizzing her sometimes. Like, oh, you listen to the podcast, have you? What about that bit?
Oh no.
Yeah, I was supposed to have a salad before I came out, but I've ordered McDonald's instead.
But I saw the other day that you were losing one of your top players.
Who?
I don't know. I was reading.
From that Mike Keegan article. Mike Keegan is a bellend. I'll put that on record. He blocked me as well, actually. The Daily Mail reporter, Mike Keegan, blocked me because I've called him out. He literally said, like, pretty much Oliver Holt, who works for the Daily Mail, he said something about, how can the World Cup be in one of these countries? Like, where's it again? Can't remember where it is. Fuck me, do we know nothing about football? Why has that gone? Mine's gone blank. Where's the World Cup?
Where's the World Cup?
Why is it gone blank? Qatar, fuck's sake. I think you're thinking Yemen for some reason. Yemen World Cup.
That's a bit. I tell you what, if there's one place you don't want to put a fucking World Cup right now, it's there.
But yeah, Oliver Holt was saying, like, it can't be one of these countries for this, that and the other. And then our chairman came out defending like Middle Eastern countries and was just like, no, this is what it's really like. We're a lot more accepting, blah, blah, blah. So then it seems like the Daily Mail have fucking got a vendetta against us. And he put an article, and then Mike Keegan, to try and back him up, put an article out saying, like, oh, worrying times at Wigan, this, that and the other. All the top players are leaving, thinking about leaving, because we changed system on the payments, so our wages didn't go in, like, apparently. They went in, like, a day late. So he made a whole article about it, saying players are going to leave and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, it just seems like a fucking vendetta. It's a weird one. But then, yeah, I put to him, I just said, like, we literally invested, like, near enough 5 million into the club. Yeah, you've, like, story straight, blah, blah, blah. Fucking blocked me as well. I thought, what the fuck? I literally stated a fact. It's like, you fucking mong. But this is what some people are like. You don't like something they say, and they just fucking block you straight away without having a chance to argue.
I think that's Twitter in general, isn't it? They'll come out with an absurd opinion, somebody disagrees with it, and the first thing they'll do, rather than explain the reason for this opinion, they'll just block you because they know how fucking stupid that opinion is.
Mm-hmm. Here's one for you. How do you reckon United's pre-season started? I watched it the other day. You look pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, good. I mean, the way the players are playing, you can see what he's trying to build on. The problem is probably the quality of the players, where I think not every player meets up to this bill. For example, United played Melbourne today, and the first thing that happened, Harry Maguire, same again, just fucked it up. So we conceded a goal, give a shit. But no, I think Ten Hag made a really good point, actually. I've got a lot of time for this. He said he wants to give every player the opportunity to showcase what they're about in pre-season. I'm sure he'll have a...
That's my big
put an alarm on for the beers. Let me go get them out.
Oh yeah, I love one, actually.
Yeah.
But, actually, you've walked away, so I'll just describe outside Jones's windows. Yeah, it's a church over there. Very nice. Very, very nice. I think United are shit. They just need to liquidate the club. They're all shit. All United fans are mongs. Yep. You're all shit. Hey? No, mate. I'm saying how good Ten Hag is and how much hair he's got. You could always just cut this out, I suppose, actually. Could cut all of it out.
Yeah, cut it all.
Just fucking deck it out.
Now, going back to it though, like, say, you know, I really respect the fact that obviously he's saying, you know, well, I want to give every player an opportunity. And I think what's interesting about this is I don't think transfer tags in the past are going to bother him. He's always bothered about is finding that focus of what actually matches his drill. And I think what's interesting about this, I don't know if everybody will agree, but like Eric Bailly has become this new, you know, like a sweeper keeper. It's become like a sweeping centre half, like just bombs it forward. Like it's mad. It's absolutely mad. But then with a bit of that and like the Lisandro Martinez transfer with a composure, again. You know, so the deal's agreed at this point, so they both agreed and the transfer will get completed, and you know that's the next one. Eriksen signed today, Martinez will be the next one, and you know what I think is going to happen, and I said this in the previous podcast and I think it will happen, and by the sounds of it this could happen again. Martinez will play in a defensive midfielder role as opposed to centre back. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll hold my hands up. But I do see him playing in a holding midfield role because of the kind of like lacklustre kind of, you know, there that we got. I mean, we've got Fred, and Fred's really good, but I don't see him as a defensive midfielder. I'd see him more as a box to box because his energy levels, Fred's energy levels are probably the best in the United squad.
Oh yeah.
You know, to be honest, like
he's a decent player,
he's right up there. He's definitely got better energy levels than most of the squad there.
When I was watching the Liverpool game, what I noticed, the transition, like the movement of the front three was really good. Like it was actually implemented movement, and that's how you made chances rather than just fucking bash it forward and hope for the best for Ronaldo. I think if Ronaldo come back into the squad, though, he'll fuck everything up. You need them front three have to be able to swap and be fluid.
I can see the argument for that. Personally, I don't. You know, obviously it's Ronaldo. I'd rather have him at United. I just think he offers so much more. But you know what? Like honestly, I can see the arguments for and against with Ronaldo. If I'm being honest, I don't take a side with that one. But it'd be really. I think I would have preferred it if Ronaldo did join the, you know, if he did join the pre-season tour, just get, you know, I think with Ronaldo, one thing you don't have to worry about is the fitness, but I think for me, I would have liked to have seen him join the tour, see how he gets on, but at the end of the day, like, you know, he's a fitness freak, innit? Like, nobody's fitter than him in football. Like, he's just the fittest player in football, athlete. Like, and that's not, you know, you call players athletes, and you know, you have a laugh. You hear things like fucking Luke Shaw being an athlete. You're taking the piss, aren't you? Like that, he's not an athlete.
No,
he's a good player on his day, but he's not an athlete. But with Ronaldo, his athleticism is just incredible. So like him not being on the tour from a fitness perspective isn't the end of the world, but I would have liked to have seen him on the tour just for, you know, the fluidity to the team. How do you fit in? How do you gel? How do you play? And I think sometimes, and I feel this with Harry Maguire as well, obviously I'm not his biggest fan, is if they play, I don't think they gel to, say, Ten Hag's kind of setting. Not Ronaldo, sorry, exclude it. I mean more Maguire on that one, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they gel to the set.
Yeah, I reckon you'll have a few seasons where it's like you can probably gel and just try and get a top four, because City will walk away with it, I reckon, this season. Either City or Liverpool against them top two.
United can't be considered title contenders this season at all. This season's all about gelling and making it work. I think this is what I wanted to touch on. What's a successful season for United? Now, United have had some really bad seasons. I think this season we had our lowest points tally ever, about 58 points or something like that. That's really low. And I mean, I wouldn't mind. We had double figures in losses, you know, double figures in draws. You know, that's a really low standard. So for me, making realistic targets. So you look at City and Liverpool, and they get to about 90 points, don't they? Average out, sometimes higher, as we know. But they're about 90 points plus at the moment.
Might be like 90 to 100 and all that.
Yeah, so United are nowhere near that level yet. But if United targeted kind of like 75, 80 points, so they're not far from it, I would be very happy with that. I also think winning a domestic trophy is big for United, really big. United haven't won a trophy for a few years now, and if they won a trophy, that would spearhead them on. Even if they didn't have a good Premier League season, but they won a League Cup, for example, I would say that, because even if they went for the Europa League and they won that, that'd be a good, that'd be like success.
Like 2 seasons ago, shouldn't you? You should have beat Villarreal.
Yeah, should have beat Villarreal. Didn't happen. We were the better team in the final, but that's football, isn't it? But I'm just convinced if United win a trophy, with the players there, all of them can look at each other and say, yes, we did that, and then that will spearhead the move towards, pushing for more success because they'll like the taste of it. I just think all these players haven't really, they've not, as far as, well, obviously apart from new signings, but, they've not really tasted success, so I think it's a big thing for me. Yeah. But I think realistically, I'd be very happy with a 75-point season in the Premier League and a domestic trophy.
One of the biggest things you've lost that, like, not winning mentality, but you've lost that fear factor. I remember being like in the Premier League and it was like you play United, you get beat by United. And I think a lot of teams, when they played United, they'd have so much respect, they'd already be losing before the game's kicked off. I think Liverpool and City have got that a bit now, where teams try and dig in and they just bend over from because they're just digging in and trying to defend, and then that's where they just take advantage.
I think it's become much harder actually to respect that. I think all clubs now, I think you look at any club now in the Premier League just thinks, you know what, we'll go for it. I think my only exclusions would be, say, kind of like you said there, the Etihad and Anfield, and also like, say, Fulham, for example, when they'll turn up, they'll get slapped, but they'll get slapped. But there is teams willing to push those teams to the boundaries, like Brentford will turn up and give them a go. Mm-hmm. I believe Newcastle this season will definitely turn up and give them a go. So there's definitely teams, I say down there, we don't know yet, but I say like these teams, lower half of the table, definitely that will think, no, we'll go for it. You saw Brentford against Chelsea. Brentford beat Chelsea last season. Yeah. And it's not uncommon. I mean, I look at Chelsea in the last few seasons. They've lost a few, questionable games at home. I know United have as well. Don't get me wrong, but like I remember Chelsea getting beat off Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge. Yeah.
Oh, Chelsea. They're in a similar boat to you, to be fair, though, aren't they? They're like a bit of a mess. Their club are used to be really good, and now it's a bit like me. They're just kind of in that mix. I think you, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, it's like you're the other four now. What's that for now?
A bit late in that.
Oh, I thought it was a beer moving timer. It might be my takeaway. Oh, it is as well. Yes. Sweet McDonald's. Nice. What other podcast can you have live McDonald's? I didn't get any notification for that either.
Right, I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's only a small potty.
No, it's not. No, and I do more recordings later.
Well, from what I know, it's only a small potty, but we can get over that one.
I've flagged it from 22 minutes, so I'm going to cut it.
Here's one for you.
Right,
Here's one for you. To wrap it up.
Yeah.
The English Football League has 72 teams. Who do you think will be the worst performing club in the 72 next season?
Fuck me. Do you mean worst performing, like they'll get the lowest points out of everybody?
No,
or from League Two?
Like say, no, not necessarily. I mean, like just who?
Oh, who's going to do the worst?
Say, who's expected to be title contenders and ends up surviving relegation? Like who's going to out of everything that's put on him, who's going to be like the worst? I feel like I know who you might pick actually, but I wanted to put that to you because it'll be an interesting one.
A team who's going to underachieve the most.
The biggest underachievers. Yeah, that would be.
I'd say from their fans' perspective, I'd say Bolton. And that's not even a bias, right? I only say this, right? I only say this isn't even a bias. I only say this because I've seen so many Bolton fans like kind of acting like they're going to go up. So if they're expecting to go up this season, I can't help but feel they're going to be disappointed because it's got to be a Wednesday or a Derby or a Ipswich. There's a few teams who've got much better starting 11s than Bolton. But off a team who will actually just do crap, I think it's Fulham. I think Fulham will get dicked week in, week out. I just think they'll just get fucking battered.
I've saying that Fulham are expected to go down.
True. They're not expecting anything else.
Absolute shock.
Yeah, it's the same with us. If we went down, it wouldn't be like we'd be kind of expected. We'd be disappointed as fans, but it'd be expected. But I think Fulham, the difference is Fulham. I think they'll go down with like a fucking record like Derby's. What did Derby get? The fucking 10
7 points.
Yeah. I can't help, Fulham. They've not even seemed to have signed many. They always go up and sign these mad players from weird leagues.
Fulham.
Yeah, they
signed Pereira, mate, pre-season.
Pereira, exactly. What the fuck? Imagine going up thinking, right, who's going to keep us up? I know, Andres Pereira. He'll fucking clink us on. Fuck me.
Made us 13 million, that deal.
Jesus Christ.
13 million.
Right, who would you say?
I'm a bit torn, actually.
The reason we're wrapping this up so quick is I've got McDonald's going cold.
Yeah. I'm a bit torn. Do you know what? Only because I don't think anything's going to change this season, even with new signings. I've got to say Ipswich. Honestly, I know we talk about them all the time, oh shit they've done, but I just don't see, because there's some very good teams in League One. I know we were talking about it the other day where it'd be hard, probably League One might be the hardest league to get.
I was thinking the other day, it's definitely it's going to be easier for us to stay up in the Championship than it would be now to get promoted from League One. It was hard last season, but now with Derby turning it around, then Sheff Wednesday, then Ipswich, and then MK Dons, who re-sign Will Grigg as well. MK Dons, they'll get the best out of him as well, I think.
Yeah. That's interesting.
MK Dons, because they're a passing side, MK Dons, they make a lot of chances, and he fucking, for a finisher, he's so good at finishing in League One. He can't do fuck all else. He's not quick. He's not good in the air. He's literally pretty crap at everything, but his finishing for League One is pretty fucking mint. So I think, Will Grigg will smash it for MK Dons. So there's another one. I mean, MK Oxford United always do well. They're always around the playoffs. Bolton will do well, I reckon, next season. And again, that's what I'm not being biased. I'm not being a dick. I just don't think they'll get the autos. I've seen so many of their fans saying autos this season.
That's fans' expectations, isn't it? I mean, if you put it to actual, pundits, I don't know if they'd expect them to do automatic. I don't know. I think Bolton might be harsh, but I don't know.
I think maybe playoffs for Bolton.
Well, that'd be good. Surely you'd say that's a good season.
Well, they don't seem like that though. They seem to be convinced that Ian Everett's like a miracle worker. Well, so he went down. Peterborough again, another good side. You have good players.
Yeah, but it's like that's another one. It's like Rotherham, for example. I don't fancy them to stay up. But
I tell you, Holt fucks up the most. Fucking Barnsley. Go to League Two, you scum little club. You fucking die. No. You know what it is with Sunderland? Sunderland just have annoying fans, but I think it's because they have such a big fan base that if Wigan have a big fan, we don't have a big fan base. What I mean is they have a lot of annoying fans, but they have a smaller number, so it doesn't feel as bad. But if you're a big club and you've got a big number of annoying fans, then it's going to seem like a lot more. So I think that's what it is. They've got annoying fans the same as if say 10% of their fans are annoying and 10% of Wigan's fans are annoying. They've got a shitload more fans, so that's why it seems like there's a fucking shitload of them. Probably got a lot of decent fans, but the ones on Twitter, fuck me, shut the fuck up. They got every debate, all they do is bait, right? They say, they'll say something about Wigan, and then Wigan fan will reply, look at Wigan trying to start this rivalry again. It's like, what is this?
So that's that one. Last question, one club only, unexpected club to worry about. So obviously we know Fulham, everybody should worry about them, but who's the unexpected club to worry about this season? Should you want me to go first, because mine's Everton. Everton. Yeah, 100%. Honestly, I've not seen him. I know they brought in James Tarkowski, which I think is a really good signing.
On a free, I like that, yeah.
I think it's a really good signing, but I just don't, with him losing Richarlison, who carried him through so much last season. I don't think he was injured, suspended, and he didn't do loads and loads. And they've got Calvert-Lewin, who's a good striker, I think. But I think Everton are the one to watch in terms of they might. And they've been in the top division since the dawn of time. Longer than, most clubs. Every club. No, are they the only club now that's still for me?
No, I think Arsenal were as well.
Arsenal, yeah. Sorry, Arsenal and Everton are the two OGs, but I tell you what, that might change this season.
Oh, because we kept Lampard as well. We know they'll sack Lampard the water.
We know Fulham are going down.
That's a guarantee. If you want a bet, then that's the bet to take.
But it's only like 1 to 100.
Oh yeah, more than likely. Yeah, the bookies would be like, what is the point? But yeah, a team who I think, and this is because obviously I'm more Championship, and I say this because they did well last season, because I think they were even playoffs or borderline playoffs. I reckon Luton. I reckon they'll fuck it this season. Yeah, I think Luton. But the thing is, Luton are a similar club to us. They're pretty small, punching above the weight. I think last season they punched massively above the weight. I think they've lost a few key players. They've replaced relatively well. And I just feel like everyone will expect them to come top end of Championship. I just think they'll... Yeah, other clubs that I worry about, but this is more Fulham kind of worrying about. Reading, I think, are heading towards administration. I really do. They're ticking a lot of boxes. Wigan ticked before we hit administration. Reading are doing similar, and obviously Birmingham Bassini's on the scene. Fucking, I do worry about that.
Oh my, that is, we've picked up on the last podcast. I think there's more conversations we're going to have about this in the future, because that is a genuine. That man is a fucking weirdo.
Oh yeah, did you see that video of him?
He's fucking talented.
You seen that video of him with the lady boy?
No.
You don't want to.
I saw that when I saw Sport the other day, but he was Jordan shit, which I thought was pretty.
It was pretty funny. Yeah.
But like, I just thought this guy, like, everything he said, he was like, okay, I'm going to tell you now. So here's a thought. I'm going to tell you now. I'm just like, and they were right. They just said, "Go fucking tell us then." Like,
yeah. I think Bassini is similar to Boris Johnson. It's funny to laugh at from a distance. No, we're not even going to go on to MPs again, but it's funny to laugh at from a distance. The second he gets involved in your club, then it's like, for fuck's sake.
You don't need that.
No.
You really don't need that.
Well, yeah, call it a day there. But you think we're calling it a day? We'll say see you, but more than likely
DJ's got other plans.
I'm more than likely going to record people later.
We don't match his plans.
No, you got large fries in there, though.
Which one?
That big bag. It's got large fries in for you. All right, we'll see you all later.
See you in a bit.
Bye bye. Sarah, Love Island.
Oh, fucking love that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right, Tasha and Andrew, what's the crack?
I mean, Andrew deserves better, but then like Tasha also deserves better.
I
At the
think
same time,
they're
like,
both fake.
Like,
we should
because like,
fucking
if they were both like really with each other, like they should be like completely together. Like he cheated on not that he cheated on her because you weren't exclusive or anything like that. But like he got with another girl, he recoupled, and then Tasha recoupled. Like, you know.
Who do you want to win?
Davide just on his own.
Yeah, right.
That's all I want.
Right,
just
fist bump.
Davide on his own. Fist bump. I just want Davide to win just on his own.
Oh, did you hear his? That's my line, Tasha. That's the best part of the whole thing.
Fucking love that bit. That's all I want. I just want Davide to win just on his own. Like he can be with Ekin-Su, and he can win with Ekin-Su, but as long as he wins on his own, I want him to be like, I want to follow money.
Yeah, that is true. That is all I care about as well.
I fucking love it. Like Davide.
Davide to win.
Davide to win.
Yeah.
Davide to win.
We're in the same camp. What do you think about Jonesy?
I fucking love that boy to
Yeah. Do you want to go to the toilet before me? This is part one of me recording people. This is Jonesy's 30th. Welcome to the podcast. He's not going to enjoy this.
Girlfriend, so like, I have a right to say that I fucking love him at the same time.
How many drinks have you had so far?
Who fucking knows?
7, 8.
I've got to be counting.
9.
Maybe 9, maybe 10.
Who's the best Avenger? Who's the best member of Lord of the Rings?
I don't watch Lord of the Rings.
Ah!
I don't watch
Go! You're not allowed on the podcast anymore. Right, who's the best Avenger then?
Avenger?
You better answer right on that.
Avenger. Okay, Avenger. Iron Man. Hands down, Iron Man.
Yeah, to be fair. He's not the greatest films though. I reckon Thor's got the best films. Really? Who's got the best films?
Best film? Iron Man!
Really?
Iron Man's got the best films.
Iron Man 1's quite good, Iron Man 2's not great, and then Iron Man 3's not...
Robert Downey Jr., like, just look at him, like...
He's better looking than Jonesy. You was halfway through going, yeah, he is.
I did not say that.
Chris, what do you think about Bolton's chances this season?
Playoffs, definitely.
Yeah, playoffs, yeah, that's fine. Go toilet if you want. I'm recording everybody on the podcast now.
Why?
Fuck it. Because me and Jonesy
We
recorded...
didn't get relegated.
Outrageous. Me and Jonesy recorded half an hour of nonsense before and it was fucking awful.
Have you signed anyone yet?
No, we've not. We've signed nothing. So I've decided I'm going to just record people talking about either stuff or
they're
football.
saying like Derby's the same as Wigan.
that's fair.
Offering the most wages.
I think Bolton will get playoffs this season. I don't think they'll get.
I don't think we'll.
No.
Let's keep going on here.
Yeah, well, what do you think about football?
Yeah, beautiful man.
Hey, man.
That was a men's sport, not a fucking women's sport.
That's all I've got to say.
Where is it?
I drank it.
That will go live.
What's this?
What do you think about football?
Football's great, mate.
Yep.
But it has divides opinions, though.
I'm recording right now, so fucking say what you want. Right, who's going top of the championship?
The pool. Norwich.
Yeah, probably right. Not wrong.
Who else went down?
Watford. We're listening to Carl and Wongi, who might be on the podcast at some point.
I'll tell you my, because I've got a strong opinion on this.
Yeah, go on.
I think Burnley will do really well. First of all, I've got a little bit of bias there because it's Vinny Company. So they're now my second team, but you've invested the money well, so that CJ Egan Riley.
Wongi's a City fan, by the way.
That Egan Riley they got from us on a free, who was a captain all the way through the academies and has left on a free. He's like the equivalent of Ben
And
Reid.
that other lad.
That's exactly what Ben Reid did. He was captained all the way through all the age groups in the academy.
Oh, yeah,
and
he was
left to
at
Burnley
City
on
as well.
And CJ Egan Riley's done the same thing. They've got Howard Bellis on loan.
Bellis, I'm
That's the
about to say.
defence sorted straight away. Then after that, Norwich as a keeper on loan. He's not covered himself in glory, but you know, it is what it is. I think Vinny's got the right style of play, the right mentality, and whether it clicks straight away in the Championship or not, I think he's going to push them into a new
project,
style of play. Absolutely, mate.
Best
It
way
can't be any
watching
worse than
Sean
what it was. Do you know what I mean? Listen, I love Sean Dice to bits.
It's a job, but
He's an absolute legend. He's done what he's done.
Can't be good
But
to
I think
watch.
Company's the name that draws players. I mean, you've got these kids now that are saying, I used to watch Company as a fucking, as a player. I think he's going to do the business. I'm not saying it'll happen straight away. The Championship's not like that.
Right, hang on.
You're-
You're a City fan.
I am.
Carl, you're a Blackpool fan. Where do you think Blackpool, what they're doing this season?
at the moment, mate, not a lot to be honest. I think we're struggling. We haven't made one signing yet. We've lost a lot of the good loan players who we had. We're not strengthening at all. Yeah, our manager's right. He was a big loss. He was a good drawing. We got a lot of young players in because he's well known in the youth network. But Appleton, you never know. He might bring a new style in. Players that didn't get a chance under Critchley, they might shine. Jerry Yates, he got nothing under Critchley, but could be a different man this year. You never know. He gets to 10-15 goals, keeps you up, doesn't it?
Is there anyone that you've been linked with that's like that you know of that's
There's a lad
realistic?
from City, to be fair. Rodgers is called in the youth team.
Rodgers.
He's on like 10 grand a week or something else, but he wants us to fund 5 or 6 grand of it. Apparently we're happy to do that, so that shows a bit of intent. There won't be many players on that.
I put you in the relegation scrap with us, Rotherham, Birmingham and Reading.
Yeah,
They're the 5 teams I
We're
had
down there, definitely. I think last year we did well. A lot of teams had points deducted, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it made it a lot easier to stay up. Whereas now everyone's on a playing field.
Right, we'll do a quick one.
You've got distinctly top teams and distinctly bottom teams, haven't you?
Yeah, in the Championship.
But then the distinctly top teams will be relegation scrapping, and the distinctly bottom teams will be fine for
Look
promotion.
at Stoke though, every year I think they'll go up, mate.
I think they're stronger now than they have been for maybe 6-7 years.
Look at one paper, I think they'll go up every year. But
And if Burnley sell Nathan Collins, they're going to get a sell on
going
for that as well.
they will.
They're looking 20 million for him, so they're going to get.
5 million someone.
Yeah, Burnley. The thing is, Burnley are like 5-1 to go up, which is crazy to be fair.
It's very rare that every team that comes down goes straight back
Sunderland,
up.
I think they can have a push at it.
I think so. I think now they're there.
Top 10, you never know.
Big draw, aren't they?
First half, then they'll fall away. Second half.
Just introduce.
This is Zach. Zach's got a thing to say.
No, they did it in League 2, didn't they? Sunday?
League One.
Go and do that for a while.
They did well, but then they started falling away. They're like looking at Portsmouth at the start of the season. Honestly, watch Portsmouth at the
Yeah, I
start
think
of the
Portsmouth
season.
should go up every year,
They'll
don't it?
smash everyone for about 3 months and then fucking fall apart.
I think they've been there for so long on the tip of it. Now they're in the Championship, they can draw
I think they go
players.
for it, mate, yeah,
They've got the fan base, they've got, they're a one team
stay
city.
the favourites
They'll get 40,000 every
They're
week.
not the favourite. No way.
Who is the favourite though? Who is the favourite?
In League One.
Or Championship.
Norwich.
Oh, Championship.
Norwich.
No,
it's Iceland,
yeah,
no.
it's not.
Norwich or Watford, easy.
Watford, yeah. Watford has still got Emmanuel Dennis.
Nah, he's
Fuck. If fucking Emmanuel Dennis against fucking Wigan's back four, I'm fucking shitting myself there.
I've got Richard Keogh. He's our main man.
Mate, the leap up. I mean, everyone talks about how hard it is to get out of League One and the Championship, which it is, granted. But that step up to the Premiership
Stay in the Prem.
is unbelievable, mate. It's absolutely unbelievable. The difference in quality is like bigger. There's no bigger step in any league in the world than there is from the Championship to the Premiership.
Oh yeah, we did it for 10 years. How long did Blackpool do it for? We did it for 10 years. So
1 year. We were there for 1 season, mate, in the Premier League. But we battered Wigan.
And you were playing good. And the thing is,
battered Wigan first game of the season.
Blackpool came up being praised for playing good football.
Even Marlon Howard scored against you, mate.
Being praised for playing good, being praised for playing positive, playing good football, and he still went down.
I know, but only by the skin of our team. And we only spent $2.5 million on DJ Campbell. That was all we spent.
I brought this
Good
up.
signing,
Not
that.
bad going. No, it was a class signing. Well, that's our record signing.
I brought this up last
Record
season.
jail sentence.
I brought this up last season.
2.5, yeah.
Right? Leeds.
He signed DJ Campbell on a 2.5-year deal to Strangeways.
But he's only playing for 3 months of it.
3-month probation period.
I brought this up last season. I remember saying that Leeds were getting a lot of popularity about being this attacking. Oh, it was probably 2 seasons ago. Being this
With
attacking
Bielsa.
side. The thing was, Blackpool did it first. Blackpool was smashing everybody.
They didn't do it first, but
They were
they did it.
In the
conceding
Premier
a
League,
lot
we're
of
probably
goals.
the first team to go up who had a goal rather than
Yeah.
you look at your derbies and all that.
No, I do agree, but I want to
just all
say
went
They
defensive.
scored a lot. No, because they
But
scored a lot.
I
but
think
they
we made the
conceded a
pathway
lot.
for teams like Swansea.
I mean, the
Yeah.
bottom league.
Swansea wouldn't have done what they did with
But if you go back, I remember when we won the Premier League. Sorry, we won the old Division 1, and we came up and we played decent football.
Remember how many points we won that by? We was on 104 points in the
Yeah, no, but what I meant was
Talk about
Blackpool.
2002.
Blackpool played
if you talk about
really
modern
attacking
times-
football.
Yeah.
And
I
then
enjoyed watching Blackpool.
they scored a lot, conceded a lot.
Absolutely.
After January, I went downhill. Charlie Adam wanted to leave.
Blackpool
and then-
was everyone's second
weren't
team
safe.
because they played good football.
Yeah, they wanted to score goals.
You look at them boys there that excel. Charlie Adam, mate.
Look what you did.
Charlie Adam looked like a top 6 player in Blackpool's team. He was shite.
Oh yeah, he was. When we realised, he was.
Shite.
Battered
At the
Wigan
time.
first day.
Hey, shut your mouth. Shut.
So Chelsea won about
Right,
6.
cancel the podcast.
No. Here's one. Right, so it's not my show, but I'll dictate the topics here. So here's one for you two boys. Honestly, I think me and Zach are a bit seasoned for this, so we don't really count because it's been a bit too long. Honestly, would you guys rather go up and play good football and get relegated, or play shit football and stay up?
Oh, shit football and stay up. What? Carl, you can. One just asked if we'd rather play good football and not stay
I
up,
enjoy
or
watching us going.
play shit football and stay up.
The thing is,
I mean, for me, that's a
I
no-brainer.
went to Chelsea away.
I'm a Wigan fan. That's a no-brainer.
4-0, big results, but at least we had a go. And we very nearly did.
Did you have it going the right way though?
Yeah,
Called
we
it.
did.
The right.
He never scored. He never scored an own goal. Oh.
Sit back and think, oh, we're getting a draw out of this. You actually went.
At Old Trafford, though, let's be honest, we were going to go down anyway.
Hugo Rodallega scored against
We
Stoke.
went for it. I don't think it's a difference.
Beautiful.
Our defence weren't good enough, so you got to go for it and go and score more goals.
can't
We
think
played
you're gonna
Everton away, we were 3-2 up, so we put a load of defenders on, everyone's praising it. We lost 5-3. So what's the fucking difference?
But that's
We
the
would've
thing.
kept
When
going for it,
the
we might
best
have won
defense
4-2.
is offense. You know, half the time, honestly, especially in the
It was
FA
for
Cup,
Blackpool,
especially in
it
the
was.
FA Cup.
We weren't good enough for it, but we had Ian Everton, Baptiste, Stephen Crane, and Neil Erdmann.
Hey, Jonesy just rats up. He's not happy. He's not happy.
Christian Eriksen is the best player in the world, bar none. You're all shit.
He'll die next year.
What planet are you living on?
No, he is a good player.
I've been fucking cuckoo on my birthday.
He'll be gone in an heartbeat, went from United.
Yeah, I'll
Hey, one heartbeat.
tell you what, yeah. Let me give
I'll be far behind him.
Let me give you an unbiased opinion here.
Sony Ericsson, shit.
Sebastian Sakala is the best player in the world.
Sony Ericsson's wank, mate.
I'll give you.
He'll be there tomorrow, mate.
Right, I'll give you
Calvin Bassey's the best left back in the world.
a genuine realistic opinion, unbiased.
The
So
mic is yours.
Christian Eriksen is a brilliant signing for United,
Yeah, of course he is.
but they won't use him right.
He's better than Bruno.
So what they don't realise that they could do is they can play Bruno and Eriksen in the same team, but they won't. They'll play 2 holding midfielders and one or the other, or try and play one of them out on the rings.
10 hard, won't, mate. What about Van der Beek? Not does he fit?
when City have been playing that for
Plenty of Van
years,
der Beek
mate.
here, but where's he fitting at United?
Listen, 6 of the last fucking pre-seasons, United have had brilliant pre-seasons, and it's lengthened out.
Friendly against Liverpool.
Honestly, if I was United, I'd play an older midfielder, Eriksen and
Who's
Bruno.
good enough that they
We've been
need
doing
to
it for
buy
years. Starting from fucking David Silva and De Bruyne.
They have to buy a DM though, they haven't got a good enough DM to put play on his own.
But
They need to buy one.
do they?
Who though? Who would
It's
you?
United.
Yeah, go on. Who would they buy? Who would you buy? If you were United. If you were United, who would you buy as a DM?
You need a DM.
Well, listen,
defensive.
I'll tell you what, let's strip it back from that, right? Let's pretend they don't have nobody from here.
He looks good.
Let's pretend they have no one, right? I would still play.
Oh, Leandro, that's what Jonesy
Well, he's
said.
centre back, we can. But listen, let's pretend you have no one. If it were me, I would still play that formation because the best form of attack is defence.
Now they've got. Who would you put there in the current squad?
Sorry, the best form of defence is attack.
Like United's team.
Yeah, there's one DM. Who would you play there now?
Personally,
Defensive mid is this?
Yeah.
So not Diop.
McTominay, Fred.
He's a fucking badge kisser, isn't he? That's all he is, McTominay. He's not good enough.
He's an arse licker, yeah.
It does. Don't get me wrong, it's an important job, but if the other two men are doing their job, like I say,
Right, if your centre back can fucking do his job.
no, but Carl,
makes
listen,
his job a lot
listen, no. Realistically, United should be playing like they're one of the best teams in the league, but they don't. The reason they've been shit over the last few years is because they're playing like a poor team.
Yeah, I know they are.
They're playing like they are poor.
He should be starting, but he's got to prove himself this year.
But he's got to have someone alongside
this
him.
is a
to
big
look good.
team
That's
that
why
he's
he can't
doing
play on
into
his
now.
own. McTominay, he can't play
This
that
is
role
the-
on his own.
this
That's
is
why they have
the
to play
problem.
two. Fred's not good enough to do it on his own. McTominay, so they have to play them both. That's their issue.
But they've
I
got to
think.
decide between themselves who goes back, who goes
what-
forward, and they can't decide that.
They both do the same goal.
Yeah, they
But what I'm
don't
saying,
talk
if
to each other.
you're positive enough, you can play that.
Hey, look
But
at
United
FIFA.
aren't. They're not good enough.
Same language,
Get
top
it on your
chemistry,
counter.
different
Same language.
shit chemistry.
Same language.
And
Shit.
it works in real life.
Different
Freezer
language. Shit.
What they need in there, mate, freeze a pair in that if they play that in the middle.
Four's a triple.
And he said, look at Yaya and fucking Silva, both spoke the same
Yaya,
language.
Colo,
Perfect
freeze a pair.
fucking match.
Hey, who's a better footballer, Yaya Toure or Paul Scholes?
In what?
Football.
Better player.
Yeah.
Yaya, easy.
Who's a better footballer, Yaya Toure or Paul Scholes?
Yaya Toure, easy.
Jonesy,
Not even a debate, mate.
All round Yaya.
Yaya Toure or Paul Scholes?
Not even a debate, mate. Yaya Toure.
get it twisted.
Not even a debate, mate. I'm not even taking a piss, mate.
All Scholes bites toes.
No, I love Scholes.
I was hoping you'd bite more than that.
I'll tell you, just go and look at the statistics.
In their prime.
People don't like
That's
statistics.
so tough. Look at Zidane's stats.
Mate,
They're not good, are they?
I went to every
You
game
say
while Yaya
stats
was
don't
there.
talk to an extent, but
I was there
but
for every
stats
game.
do mean something, don't they?
In 50 years, if you looked at Zidane's stats and didn't watch him play, you'd think, oh, he was average him.
Can I point out?
I don't know about that.
No, but if you've not seen any footage of him, just looked at
I'll
it.
tell you what, then bring the stats out then. Prove that.
How many assists
Can
did he
I point
get?
out?
It's all great players will have good stats, I guarantee you, mate.
All I'll point out is this is exactly what I wanted from the podcast in the first place. This is
It's like the De Bruyne. De Bruyne started doing it more in the final third, but
That's
he was
why I appreciate David
not a bad
Silva.
form.
I know, listen,
No, Zidane's like David Silva.
I know about the stat before, the pass before that, but what I'm saying is, Yaya Toure, guaranteed.
prime.
Not on his top.
And the thing is, right, all right, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say the stats don't back how good the player was. Yeah,
I know, yeah.
let's forget it. Right, but let's say, right, Paul Scholes, the stats don't back how good of a player he was. But Yaya Toure, the stats do back how good of a player he was. Okay,
they do, yeah.
right. So, regardless of what you say about Paul Scholes, he could have the best imaginary stats in the world that he can't back up. But Yaya Toure has got the statistics. So what tangible evidence are you bringing to the table to prove
Past Ramos and
Depends
just
how he
bully
looks.
him out of the
80
way.
games, he only
Bury a
scored
goal.
14 in the Champions League.
I'm not saying goal, but you know,
Zidane.
That was just an example.
No, I get it.
80 goal,
The new generation
14
are all
goal.
about stats. They're all
Yeah,
stat ladders, that's
yeah.
all
You
they
know,
talk
you
about.
are not wrong.
Stats are very important.
Carl,
Well, that's all they focus on
Carl-
now, the new generation.
Carl's brought up a good point
I
that
don't know.
in the new
Because you don't know,
generation,
Bruno scored
stats are
50
very
goals,
important.
But 48 of them are penalties or whatever. You know
No,
what I
but
mean?
it's
Just
about
how
it's
you look at them.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about stats. It's about how you interpret stats.
Yeah, exactly, mate, yeah.
That is the way to do it.
All now they're just purely stats. That's orientated now. The younger generation.
No, listen.
I think, yeah.
Well, I agree, but I disagree. I think people, if you've got an opinion right now, right, about let's say DJ Campbell, guaranteed you could find
Top English scorer in the Premier League.
Well, there you
was
go.
in 2010. You know?
guaranteed exactly. You could find a stat to
He
back
didn't
up.
go to the World Cup. It's sacrilege.
He's just
Get
he's just proved my point right there. No matter who it is in the world or what they do, you can find a stat
make him look
that
better with a
that backs your opinion. That's called
Well, he was class.
that is called an opinion bias. It's a psychological thing. It's
He's
called
the
an
best
opinion
English
bias.
striker under 5'6" in the past 100 years. That's the stat where you're pulling over something random.
Exactly.
I mean, Jermaine Defoe might have given him half of his money. I don't know who's small.
He's 5'7".
He is spicy.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even know where we went from that.
Gambo was a bit heavier because he was on tag.
The worst part is I can't even remember what the first initial question was.
Well, stat padding and that, weren't it?
I don't even know.
Genuinely, stats. Listen, it's the reason why all the modern training, the stats have a very important part in football, but they do not dictate. Obviously, it's not 100% of everything.
It's off. Right, we'll see you in a bit. Nice one. These lads might join us again, but we never fucking know.